I don't even know how to start this video. I don't even know what words I can say to describe this game that I saw. Shout out to Beantown Breakdown, by the way, for co-streaming the game. Had a blast doing it. It's just that this fucking football team never makes anything easy and they never make anything fun. What's going on, everybody? I'm Mac, and I'm back. My post game for this on-field travesty and this complete and utter embarrassment that took place at Heinz Field tonight. Pittsburgh Steelers, you did it. You finally did it. You broke me. Losing to the Arizona Cardinals on Sunday was bad enough and humiliating and embarrassing enough. All right? But this game did it. You broke me for good with this one. And guess where it all starts tonight? It starts with our absolute clown and flab of a head coach in Mike Tomlin. This dude should have been fired immediately. Yes, I said it. He should have been fired immediately after this game. How in the blue hell, how anybody can sit back and defend this stooge, this complete and utter booger eater, this complete and utter retard of a head coach is beyond me. You drop not one, but 2 games in a matter of 4 days to teams that came into your house with a record of 2-10 respectively. Teams that are just looking to end the season. Teams that are looking for Caleb Williams to be their starting QB next year. And you completely lay an egg in both those games. Really, Mike? All that tough guy talk that you do in your press conferences, all them big ass words that you do in your press game conferences, all them big words that you put in your post game conferences, your Tomlin Tuesdays, how you're sitting back getting your hand, rolling up your sleeves, as you like to say, getting this team prepared. This is the performance that you turn in. This game should immediately audit him from going to the Hall of Fame. He shouldn't even be allowed in the Hall of Fame as a damn visitor. I'm serious. Take security pictures of this guy, fingerprint him, and make sure he is not allowed in the city of Canton, Ohio. There is no way this guy is head coach next year, let alone after this video. Because let me tell you my take on Mike Tomlin. All right? Let me tell you with him. In 2019, I was starting to turn a new leaf with him. Even if we couldn't make the playoffs in the end, that was some of his finest job coaching that he did with this franchise. And then 2020, you get Big Ben back because he was out for pretty much the whole season. And you get off to a phenomenal start to the season. You get out-coached by a team that did not even have their head coach. And that was the biggest writing on the wall for Mike Tomlin for the next couple of seasons. Now everything's fallen into place. The lack of preparedness. The inability to create fundamentals. The inability to get a team mentally prepared. The painstakingly bad clock management. The inability to use a timeout. The inability to get a team mentally set and mentally fired up for a second half of a game. Horribly, awfully downplaying to your competition on nearly every single occasion. And now it's back-to-back games in 4 days that you've done so. Horrible judgment in situational football. And I think you know where I'm going with this. It's 4th and 2. You have the ball trying to make a miraculous comeback, which I still would have been pissed off about anyway. But you have the ball 4th and 2, going for it on 4th down. And instead of going strong eye or wide eye, runner in the backfield, handing it off to Najee or Jalen Warren in that situation to pick up a 1st down, why do you have your guys run a go route on 4th and 2 and throw a home run pass looking for DPI? I mean, are you kidding me? How this guy still has a job as a head coach is beyond me. And for you guys that are new to my channel, are you sure that you want Mike Tomlin as your head coach? Because this is exactly what you're getting. Fuck the 7-6 record. It is all a mirage, and it is a cover-up for who he is. He is a compiler. He is a cheerleader. He is a best friend. He has no aggression, no urgency whatsoever. Bailey Zappi had 0 touchdown passes going into this game tonight. And he threw 3 touchdown passes on you in the first half. In other words, in 4 starts that this guy has, he has half of Kenny Pickett's touchdown passes in a season in 4 games. And you know, if you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, this should not surprise you in one bit. I'm certainly not surprised. But guess what? It never ceases to piss you off. And that's all this team is good for this year, is pissing me off. How anybody can defend Mike Tomlin, how anybody can defend Mitch Trubisky, who played terrible tonight, I even counted, okay? Don't think I'm exaggerating. He only had 1 interception tonight, but you know what? I counted all the passes that he was forcing, all the piss-poor decisions that he had. Mitch Trubisky should have thrown, I shit you not, 8 interceptions tonight. 2 of them got called back by penalty, and the other 6 were just complete and utter piss-poor reads of the field, per usual with this guy. How about the 4th down towards the goal line, where you dump it off to Najee or to Jalen Warren at trying to convert to get it to 1st and goal, and he completely misses George Pickens wide open, back right corner of the end zone. How about that? 7 fucking years in the league, Mitch, and you still make throws like that? The interception that he threw was disgusting on its own. More wobbly than how my legs feel after I have a leg day at the gym with that throw, and it's easily intercepted, almost taken to the house. I've had it. I've really had it. This team should not be taken seriously by anybody for the rest of the season. Because you cannot convince me otherwise that just because we always beat the Colts, that we're going to go in there at Lucas Oil Stadium next Saturday night and pull off the dub just because of the track record that we have against them. Or the following Saturday that we're going to beat the Bengals because Jake Browning is the QB. I mean, for fuck's sake, Jake Browning had a good game Monday night against Jacksonville. And you let Bailey Zappi have a respectable game against you. You can't convince me otherwise that Jake Browning will not have a good game against us. Seattle and Baltimore, forget about it. You are not beating those 2 teams. Forget about that. And you know, I'm saying it, okay? I'm officially saying it. I've always said that I would never hope for the Steelers, that I would never root for the Steelers to lose a game. Okay? I would never do that. But you know what? This team losing out may be in their best interest for the rest of the season. Because what's Mike Tomlin satisfied with? Oh, 9 wins. I don't have a losing season. 9 wins is good enough for me. Well, guess what? We're 7-6, and the final 4 games that we have are all very challenging games coming up. It may not be the hardest remaining schedule in the league, but all 4 games that you have left are difficult. And they're against teams that are either in the playoff hunt or would be a playoff team today. So honestly, at this point, losing out and finishing 7-10 may honestly be in this best team's interest, because maybe that would pull Art Rooney's big fat fucking head from out of his you-know-where and fire this guy. The whole fucking coaching staff should be fired after this game. The whole franchise should be gutted after this game. 2 losses to teams that are just looking to end the season and get good draft capital. This one, man, I really don't know what else to say. There is nothing good about tonight's 21-18 loss to the New England Patriots. And if you watched any of the game, you know it really wasn't that close. Okay? You know it wasn't that close. Because here's your entire recap of the game. Bailey Zappi threw 3 touchdown passes in the first half for New England to go up 21-3. The Steelers couldn't get anything going as far as the offense went. They had to settle for a 56-yard field goal. So I guess if you want one positive for tonight, Boswell kicked a hell of a field goal from 56 yards out. So there's your one positive for the night, I guess. But then, pretty much the 2 touchdowns you got were meaningless. An over-the-shoulder catch by Deontay Johnson to make it 21-10, and he celebrated again like a fucking buffoon when the team's down multiple scores. And a QB sneak touchdown at the goal line by Mitch Trubisky, followed by a 2-point conversion, and there you go. And I'm telling you right now, if you're a Steeler fan and you go like, oh, the referees decided this game on that 4th down because that was offsides by the Patriots right there, you are a moron if you think that's the whole reason we lost. Yes, I know, that's a stupid call. It was a terrible call. I mean, he just lifted up his head to check the play. You're allowed to do that when you're snapping the ball. New England clearly jumped off sides. That's a terrible call. I get it. It's stupid. But the fact of the matter is, the Steelers should never have even been in that predicament, because Mitch Trubisky is a god-awful quarterback, and he's been that way ever since he entered the league. And Mike Tomlin, for whatever reason, is so stupid enough to start him in this game when he will not give Mason Rudolph his opportunity. That is why we lost the game. Not because of a stupid-ass call. Get that out of your head. And if you're a Steeler fan that still says Tomlin's the guy going for you, look no further than these past 2 games in the past 96 hours. Because that's what you're getting going forward. Congratulations, Pittsburgh Steelers. I hope you're satisfied with mediocrity. I hope you're satisfied with your 9-win season. You may not even get 9 wins this season. You are a complete and utter embarrassment. How embarrassed are you that these teams who were 2-10 going into this game just whooped your ass? Especially the Patriots. How many damn times has this franchise beaten you senseless for the better part of the last 25 years? And with a loss tonight, you could have officially ended their season and their playoff hopes. But no, you got to keep bending the knee to them. You got to keep bowing down to them. You can't get any urgency. You can't get any aggression. You're going to let them run the clock down on you all night like you did. You're going to let Bailey Zappi throw 3 touchdown passes on this defense that everyone calls elite, that everyone calls a top 5 defense. I am so fed up with this. I have really had it with them. You want to act like a bunch of lifeless bitches, Pittsburgh Steelers? I'm going to treat you like so. This 7-6 record is all smoke and mirrors. This 7-6 record is totally undeserved. And it's a reflection of coaching, and it's a reflection of the ownership. So Pittsburgh Steelers, as far as I'm concerned, your season just ended tonight. Because like I said, this was your last winnable game. This was your chance to finally shut me up and prove something to me. And by God, did you ever prove something to me? You proved to me that you are no better than a tanking team. You are not better than a team that's trying to lose. And I've always sat down here and went to bat for Mike Tomlin, and I went to bat for the players, and I was like, you know what? There's no way the Steelers would lose to a college team. Hey, I'm not so sure now. I really do think a college team could beat this team. Someone else said it in the stream tonight. At this point, I seriously think the 2008 Lions or the 2017 Browns could beat this team. I could suit up at quarterback and beat the Steeler defense. This team fucking sucks. This team is pathetic. Okay? And for all you Tomlin stans and all you fanboys down in the comments section that go like, well, you're too hard on the Steelers. There's nothing but negativity from you. Guess what, guys? I suggest you leave the channel right now if you don't like my negativity. If you don't like me being a meanie head to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Because I swear to God right now, there will be no emotion from me for the rest of the season. There will be no positivity from me for the rest of the season. I seriously think we are going to lose all 4 of these games coming up. And that is the truth, bro. That is facts. Nothing good about tonight's game at all. As a matter of fact, there's no difference between this game and Sunday's game. The only difference is that instead of losing by 14, we lost by 3. And there were no weather delays. That's literally the only difference between this game and Sunday's game. This team sucks. Tomlin is a complete embarrassment. The most overrated coach in the league. Continues to drop it to Belichick and the Patriots like he always does. Continues to drop it to god-awful teams like they always do. The Patriots were averaging 12 points a game going into tonight. And they put 21 on you in a half. How embarrassed are you that you're supposed to have an upper echelon defense and you come in like this? So yeah, there's no more positivity for me for the rest of the season. There's no more moral victories for me for the rest of the season. The only moral victory that I'm taking out of this game is that on Sunday, I don't have to rush a workout. I don't have to rush updating the pick'em standings. And I don't have to rush watching my team play. That is the only silver lining for this game, and it doesn't even have anything to do with the game itself. This team is absolute fucking trash. Mac, checking on out for the night. Have a good one, everybody.